What are you at, everybody? My name is Lucas, and this is a day in the life of a new homesteader. On the agenda for today, I'm filling up these trays in order to plant potatoes a little later on. This is going to be my first crop of the year. It's still very early on in the season, so I'm going to need to put some row cover over these trays in order to protect the plants from frost. And I need to finish up my fence to keep out the ever-growing population of rabbits that are in the area. Last fall is when I decided that I was going to jump fully into backyard farming, but the soil here is in some pretty rough shape. So I've been working on this compost pile over the last year. I think it's a bit too woody, but for my first attempt, I think it turned out pretty good. Alright, let's get started on the fence, and then I'll probably give you guys a tour. Alright, so that's the fence posts all done. So now that we got that finished, let me give you a little tour. Of course, this is very early in the season, so everything looks incredibly brown and pretty ugly. But we do have some signs of life. Like here we have little strawberry plants that are coming up. I have strawberry plants planted all around the fence perimeter. So fingers crossed we get a ton of strawberries this season. Over here where I have the leaves and the seaweed, I plan on planting probably more potatoes, maybe some beets, maybe some carrots, and hopefully this is going to be a good top dressing for those plants. These are blueberry plants that we transplanted last year. These guys do have some signs of life, but I really don't know yet if they're going to survive. There are strawberry plants literally everywhere all over the garden. We built this rock wall / raised garden last year, and I'm actually really proud of it. I think it looks super cool and adds a lot to the garden. And this little garden is where I planted my garlic last fall. It seems to be coming along really well. This is the first time I've ever planted garlic. I researched it, found out that you're supposed to plant it in the fall, and then you can harvest in the spring / summer, I think. But so far, it's looking good. Over here, I've got another project that I'm really proud of. This is my newly built compost bin. I actually released a video of me building this, I think it was last week. I had a lot of fun building this, and I think it turned out really good. We've got a few things started here in the greenhouse. Everything out here is like hardy plants because we live in Newfoundland and the temperatures are still very cold. In the nighttime, it gets down close to freezing, and it's going to be that way for a couple more weeks. Now I got a little treat for you guys. If you go down through the trees just behind our garden, there's a beach, and this is where we got all of our rocks for our raised garden. I'm definitely going to be getting lots more rocks down on this beach for future projects. It's really beautiful down here, especially when the sun is setting. But of course, it wouldn't be a beach if there wasn't trash on it. So we're going to pick up this bottle and clean up the beach a little bit. Now that we've got a little work done, let's cook up some food. This is soup made from vegetables that we grew last year. One of my favorite things to do is to cook a huge pot of soup and then freeze it and store it in our freezer. That way we've got nutritional, ready-to-eat meals that are fast and easy to prepare. Now I didn't mention this, but earlier when I was driving in the post for the fence, there was a bit of an incident. I actually didn't catch it on camera, but the very first post that I was driving in with the sledgehammer hit the very edge of the post, and then the back of my hand slammed down onto the top of this very sharp top edge of the post. With the weight of the sledgehammer, I nearly impaled my hand. Nothing a band-aid and a proper ice pack can't fix. These are our chickens that we got last fall. I've never owned chickens before, but I will say they are a pleasure to have. Now let's get back to finishing the fence.
Ta-da!
Alright everybody, as you can see, the sun is starting to set. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, it would be awesome if you'd hit that subscribe button. Hopefully in the next video we'll have some things growing and the place will be a lot greener. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay where you're at and I'll come where you're to. Later everybody.